with a repeatable methodology, so operations can focus on operations from the macro perspective. It's very important, right? If we're working every single day and we're not utilizing that of what truly makes us competent and valuable, and we're just doing tasks that we find unfulfilling and mundane, even though they're of high value to the company, we ourselves may not feel completely utilized. And for that very fact, our company suffers. Not that which can be attained now, but is that which is intangible that you cannot conceive of, right? Because that is what excellence is. It's greater than that of which you can measure. Now, try communicating that to, an accountant. That's going to be a hard job, right? Of course, they understand it conceptually, but they're tied to the numbers. And that's why this product allows a person who's operating to escape that burden. I shouldn't say escape, because it's a negative word. But to be released, no, that's also a bad word. Because the person's not ever being released, it's just they have the allowance of thinking on a macro perspective because they're given more time. This is very critical, this is very important. Okay? If we're not allowed, we don't have the allowance of our own time to dedicate to the function improvement of the business, what are we doing? Right? Employees do have loyalty towards a company, but they will lose that loyalty if they find that their jobs are inefficient or unproductive. And if that person is very competent or intelligent, they will feel hurt and underutilized. And it's terrible to someone's ego, right? It's very painful. I can do more, but every day I'm just a mouse running on a hamster wheel. It's not okay. So we have to respect people. It's very important from the HR perspective, operations perspective, and if it's a public company, from the shareholders perspective or the investor's perspective. It's critical. There's so many layers, and everyone can be satisfied with where the company is going. From the employee to the investor, everyone can have a better day at work. And isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? This is the scary part of the discussion. Now, so what happens if you don't do this? Maybe nothing in the short term, but eventually, if you don't buy our product or our technology, someone is going to use it in the same market that you are in, and they're going to eat your lunch, and you're going to be gone. That's all it is, right? If you're inefficient and you're not executing on tasks in a very efficient and with a high frequency, if you're not able to repeat tasks, boom, 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 then the repeatability that you currently do in process management, it will be ineffective. You won't be making enough decisions in a business, and that's what it all comes down to. What is the frequency of decisions that are being made? If these decisions are being automated or being assisted through automation and presented in a very organic and consumable manner for operations managers, then the company will benefit. So if you're so proud to think that your job is not under threat, it is. It is under threat because someone else will beat you to the punch. Now, I'm not talking about, changing the world here. I'm talking about reality. If you're not going to do it, someone else is going to execute on these processes and this operations management. It's just obvious. And that in itself is the issue. If you fail to execute on these things, you'll find within 5 years from now, you might be gone. Right? Like a great company that I can give an example of. Nokia was great in process management. It was very systematic. But the problem and the result and the effect is, because of that, they didn't focus, they fell in love too much with the process. But the process is not what makes the business. Right? And Steve Jobs comes along, he shows a product, and from what I heard, the Nokia board, they got a sniff of this product and they through some channels because they did a lot of market investigation, and they basically humbugged this product. And what was the result? They died. They were too in love with the process of their business. Without being competitive, operations directors and managers risk losing their jobs if they cannot bring more value. And you'll be the way of the dodo if you yourself are not able to attain the skills of being a professional or an IT professional, or knowing how to use the task management software of an operations manager, because these technologies do exist, right? It's like someone in your IT department says, "Oh, I can build a website for $10,000. And I know this," and it's almost as if they were from 10 years ago. We can set up a server and this, and sure, conceivably they can all do that. Or someone says, "Or I can just swipe the company card, and for $150 we have a server that has zero downtime. It's very easy to edit, and I can upload all our advertisements, marketing material, and everything that we need within a few hours, and it will look like a very clean and professional site." So, are you outdated? Right? Just because you know technologies or you're familiar with which works now doesn't necessarily mean that something easier can't be used in the future. And that's where we come in, right? We're not asking people to program their own websites. We're the one-click solution. The increase in efficiency and throughput will allow companies that are sound to excel, and those that are struggling to survive. And then if they're surviving, maybe they'll be able to excel as well. There's a lot of cost reduction. There's a lot of cost efficiencies that come in with all of this. And the reason why, everyone within the company will have a better and sound idea of where the company lies in regards to